Welcome to Christian Nutrition, the show where we review every single episode of VeggieTales chronologically. And by we, I mean just me. It's that time of year, Christmas, and you know what that means. Unnecessary Christmas specials, including this whole month for me. I'm going to be covering Christmas specials all month, all by VeggieTales. Obviously, who else would I do? 3, 2, 1 penguins? And Christmas is flippin' sweet. We celebrate the birth of Jesus, giving, yada. You know all of this unless you're like 5. And even then, I'm pretty sure you're inundated with what Christmas is about, so we can skip all that. We're reviewing The Toy Saved Christmas, and it was released in October of 1996. Now, there's some interesting info on this. There was some turmoil while making The Toy Saved Christmas. You see, Big Idea lost their AC in their office in September of 1996. Can you even imagine? I know I can. I've been there before. I mean, that's Big Idea Productions just without AC. But the real kicker is that the head of Big Idea, Phil Vischer, actually had bacteria in his chest, and it was causing major health issues. Thankfully, he recovered, and here we are. I'm not sure why we're here if he had back, but VeggieTales is still going on, and he's still alive. So know that he is well. Oh yeah, by the way, remember when I said I hadn't seen any episodes past Madame Blueberry? Well, this is one of them. I know it technically came out before Madame Blueberry, but I've never really been one to be big into Christmas specials. But anyways, let's do this thing.
Big Idea Productions presents the VeggieTales Christmas Spectacular!
Apparently, I got the re-release of this episode. You see, I have all the VeggieTales episodes on DVD. Now, The Toy Saved Christmas was re-released in 1998 as it was aired on network television and therefore had an extra 16 minutes to fill. Network television requires you to fill 46 minutes. The Toy Saved Christmas was only 30 minutes. In the original release of The Toy Saved Christmas, there was no VeggieTales theme song, so they put it in here to burn some time. Acceptable, it's a great song.
Don't go away! The VeggieTales Christmas Spectacular will be right back.
Good job, Larry.
Thanks.
We're only 2.5 minutes in and we're already having a commercial, but I'm watching this on DVD. Do I have to provide my own commercials?
Sweetie, I've got to run to the market for dinner. Watch your sister for me, okay? Jesse.
Can't you just take her?
It's 15 minutes. You want dinner, don't you?
What am I supposed to do with
You
her?
were 5 once. Figure it out. Just pick something the family liked when you were a kid.
He is basically the best brother ever.
Larry the Cucumber has been patiently waiting in the projection booth, waiting to press the button and start the film. Well, Larry, it's time!
He isn't up in the booth, is he?
Larry, why are you down here?
I honestly don't know what to say right now. As it turns out, Larry has lost the film. In reality, I believe that they created the episode, and since, it was being aired on network television, they had some time to fill, so they were delaying showing The Toy Saved Christmas, and they got desperate. Really desperate. More so than when I pop popcorn and my dog knows it's happening.
Hi! This is Junior Asparagus live from the Holy Land!
Apparently, we're all getting coal in our stocking this year.
While by my sleep I watched hair die.
Excuse me for a second, I have some asparagus to kill.
And now it's time for Silly Songs with Larry, the part of the show where Larry comes out and sings a silly song.
Oh boy, a silly song that I have yet to hear before.
Could that be Santa? Could that be him? Could it be the one who brings presents for a cucumber like me? A good cucumber like me.
That was a catchy, silly song indeed. This time Larry has 3 cookies, 2 of which he gives to a bank robber and a Viking, but not an IRS agent. Don't ask questions, I don't have answers.
Nobody messes with Santa. You know that, don't you? You've been very naughty, and I've got a list.
Baba Santa needs his own separate episode. I would pay good money to see Baba Santa being grouchy.
Stay tuned for more of the VeggieTales Christmas Spectacular.
Another commercial already? Okay.
What is that?
Oh, it's a wing ring.
What's a wing ring?
I ask it what kind of wings I should have, and it tells me. Today it said honey barbecue.
I want to ask it a question.
Oh, you know what? I got like 2% battery on this thing.
Come on, let me just...
Yeah, I wish I could.
Your battery in a ring?
Yeah, it's like 8 gigs.
That's two different things. One is memory and one's battery life.
Cool. All I know is like, no, you can't use it.
All I know is, no, you can't use it. So Bob then relinquishes his hosting duties to Archibald while he goes to look for the film as well. This ends up being one of the dullest, if not the dullest song in VeggieTales so far. You know what? Why are Christmas specials always so uninspired and just feel phoned in? When was the last great Christmas song made? The last great Christmas movie? The last great Christmas TV episode? Everything feels like we're just watching old stuff and just repeating old stuff. Does Christmas not inspire anyone anymore to make anything new or good? It just doesn't make any sense, and VeggieTales is really frustrating me here. They have literally wasted like 16 minutes. Just 16 minutes, just filling time, and it feels so phoned in. They could have just made a 15-minute short and filled that time. They've done it before in other episodes. They've made 15-minute shorts and they were good. Anyways, let's move on.
Say, who ordered this pizza anyway? The film.
I can't even right now. Let's just skip to why we're here. We open on a grandpa telling a little girl a bedtime story on the night of Christmas Eve. He starts to tell us the story of a town that had Christmas but did not understand the meaning of it. Yes, indeed, folks, we have a story within a story within a story. This is a whole different ballgame from our regular Veggieception. 19 minutes in, and we just now start the main story. They have wasted more time than I did in algebra.
I can't believe it's Christmas. I think I'm finally getting something. Can't believe it's Christmas. My favorite time of year.
Now this feels like the VeggieTales we all know and love. That was beautiful. I love you again, VeggieTales. Please be my Valentine. Wow, I am more bipolar than my ex-girlfriend.
Say, kids, have you got the don't know what I want for Christmas blues? Well, if I know anything about toys, and you know I do.
Hey, I thought you ran a chocolate factory, not a toy factory. Though chocolate toys would be cool, but then I want to eat them. But then I'd want to play with them.
You want a toy that's fun. You want a toy that's cute. But most of all, you want a toy with a fully functional buzzsaw built into its right arm.
Yes, I do want that. How can we make that a thing? I would like that to be a thing.
You want Saw Louie.
That is awesome, but wait a second. That would be awesome for adults. It's a buzzsaw and danger and arm. But for kids? That would be really awesome.
Saw Louie also knows the true meaning of Christmas.
Duh, it's about getting stuff. And how we need more toys.
Christmas is when you get stuff. You need more toys.
Told you, it's basic knowledge, really.
The holidays are here again, so I'm inviting all my friends, the people who are close to me. They're my extended family.
Turn that off. Christmas is not about Walmart and soda. Though to be fair, that's a really good song, but I've used it in a previous episode. After all, I'm not trying to be lazy like other Christmas specials.
The Star Wars Holiday Special.
Nailed it.
Look at me, I'm an elf.
Yes, you are an elf, Mr. Lunt, and we love you for it.
And the true meaning of Christmas.
Billy has more toys than you.
He didn't. I'm beating up Billy now. Just hang on. Hey, Billy! I heard you have more toys than me. It's cool, guys. I dealt with him. So apparently everyone is so gullible that all it takes is one commercial and every kid starts begging their parents for more toys. It is quite comical, actually, especially when one of the veggies mentions how Billy has more toys than him. Don't worry, little veggie, I already kicked his butt. So obviously the episode is about the true meaning of Christmas and how distorted it is within the world, especially in America. Mr. Nezzer announces his evil plan about making money and how that is really the true meaning of Christmas. The grandpa telling the story then tells the little girl that one of the toys on the assembly line in Mr. Nezzer's toy factory comes to life. Basically, get this, quote unquote, he didn't like the words coming out of his mouth. Then when the little girl asks the obvious question about how a toy coming to life is even possible, the grandpa then proceeds to tell her that, quote unquote, maybe it was wired different or something, who knows. I think grandpa's been drinking the eggnog. Way too much of it, in fact.
Now, he'd never been out of the factory before. Why, he'd never even been out of his box before.
He's going to epically fail at escaping, isn't he? That makes sense. That adds up.
There's more of the VeggieTales Christmas Spectacular coming right up.
Commercial time again? That is 3 times we stopped for commercials in 26 minutes. In a 46-minute episode.
I'm looking for an ad that's fun.
That's cool. That's edited way too fast.
Fast.
With a lot of lines repeated a bunch, just like that.
Like that.
And starring young professionals with creative jobs.
Jobs you're not even sure exist.
I'm a wicker weaver.
I'm a wicker weaver. Wait, what the heck is a wicker? The next scene we see is Bob, Larry, and Junior on a sled rolling down a mountain. That's right, Junior. Ugh. Are these our protagonists? I'm actually unsure. This special is more unfocused than Star Wars Episode 1's ending. They end up crashing. Bob says how he wishes they had just played Mousetrap instead. You know, the board game. They proceed to find the escaped Saw Louie in the snow. He tells him that Christmas isn't about toys and stuff. But at the same time, he tells him he doesn't know what the true meaning of Christmas is. Now remember, Saw Louie's a toy. He really shouldn't even have a conscience to begin with. How does he know anything? He just came to life and he's like, wow, Christmas isn't about this. What is it about, Saw Louie? What, did you read the Bible? I mean, how do you know this? You're a toy. Really? The toy shouldn't know anything, including his own name, or how to speak the entire language of English. The crew goes to see Grandpa, who tells them how Christmas is about baby Jesus and giving. They then decide that everyone needs to know the true meaning of Christmas as well. But it's Christmas Eve. They got less than 24 hours to tell everyone. How will they do it in time? Junior proposes that they go to the toy factory to go with his secret plan.
Shh! You'll just have to trust me. It's the only way.
Junior, I never have and never will trust you. Junior and the crew sneak around the toy factory until they find the TV studio. Obviously, this was pre-internet being like a mainstream thing and definitely pre-social media. It was hard to spam people with what you wanted them to think back then. I mean, now you have so many ways to push your opinions on other people. I wish we could just go back to those older days.
Now, Junior figured that since it was a TV commercial that got him into this mess, maybe another TV commercial could get him out of it.
Junior really doesn't understand how commercials work, does he? They aren't broadcast live. Do you know that, Junior? I feel like you don't know that. Long story short, shocker, it works. Everyone at home listens to a 6-year-old asparagus on TV. Say that out loud and see if that makes any sense. Anyways, they see him get attacked by Mr. Nezer, which is actually pretty awesome.
Don't go away! The VeggieTales Christmas Spectacular will be right back!
Man, they sure know how to drag this episode out.
Taken with a hot drink before meals, AIDS helps you curb your appetite. Why not try AIDS? They work.
Ugh, guys, there is so much filler left. I'm just gonna blow through this. Let's do this. Let me sum it up. Mr. Nezer attempts to send the crew on a sled down to a large valley. He changes his mind when a little girl gives him a gift. He still accidentally sends them down the mountain. They escape with the toy's buzzsaw. The toy sees Mr. Nezer flying down the mountain too. He jumps on a penguin sled and uses his buzzsaw to essentially turbocharge the sled. Fast and Furious Sled Edition, anyone? In a highly improbable fashion, the toy and penguins make a chain and save Mr. Nezer. None of this is funny or really all that interesting, except seeing the chain from this epic sunset shot. That is pretty cool.
The Vegemite Christmas Spackle Party will be Clint Black.
Another commercial. The last one was 7 minutes ago, and we have 3 minutes left in the episode. Skip. Everything else ends up being fine and dandy, except I have one question. How does this town survive? I mean, they don't get attacked or anything. They're not like a meteor, not like a volcano, nothing like that. But how does the town survive? All we have seen is 5 houses and 1 toy factory. How do they survive? How do they have plumbing? Do you understand what I mean? I'm not even sure they qualify as a town, let alone a colony.
Well, that brings us to the end of our show. But remember, God made you special and He loves you very much. And that's what Christmas is really about.
And that was the Toy Save Christmas, and let me say what we're all thinking, it was the lamest episode yet. Agreed. I think we're almost universally in agreement over that. You have to push nostalgia aside and look at this objectively, people. The episode was full of filler. It was boring. And the actual story was just average at best. The two main highlights of this episode was a silly song by Larry in the beginning and the opening song of the Toy Save Christmas. It is really catchy. I will not argue with that. And what's crazy is that Junior wasn't even annoying, and yet this episode sucked. They had Junior sing that super lame song in the beginning of the episode, but then again, Archibald also sang a super lame song, and he's a cool character. So I don't think this is really Junior's fault as much as, dare I say it, Big Idea's fault. Buzz Saw Louie was a bland character that brought absolutely nothing to the table, and I'm almost positive was a scheme by VeggieTales to sell more toys. I hope not. I'm just guessing here. Hopefully he won't appear in any later episodes. I would actually rather have Junior-centric episodes where Junior just yells all of his lines than have anything based on Buzz Saw Louie again. But life is full of second chances, and next time we're reviewing a special episode. Another Christmas episode, of course, the Star of Christmas. I know what you're thinking. Whoa, this isn't following the chronological line at all. We were Madame Blueberry in 1998, we jumped back to the Toy Save Christmas in 1996, and now we're jumping to 2002. But stay with me, as when we get back to January, we'll be back on track. But until next time, God made you special and he loves you very much. Okay, thanks, bye!